Lyra Valkyria has enjoyed her first year on WWE Raw. She's enjoying all the Irish talents on the red brand, but one Irish talent that she believes doesn't have what it takes to be a WWE superstar is none other than Conor McGregor. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Lyra Valkyria and her weird-looking boyfriend over the past few weeks, ever since he appeared on one of those shows. Was it Backlash? Or I can't remember. Whatever show it was. Might have been Backlash.
It was.
Anyway, it was some crappy premium live event that we watched. This guy was in the front row, looking about 5'9", looking like a nerd, looking like he was just straight off a Minecraft 10-hour session. But he was sitting there, front row. Don't know how he could afford to pay for the ticket since he's a bum, since he's a jobber, and those tickets cost about $6,000. Maybe Lyra Valkyria, paid out of her intercontinental purse for him to get that. But either way, she was doing an interview recently with the Irish Mirror, and for some reason just completely threw shade at Conor McGregor. Not sure why. There's been links with Conor McGregor and WWE. I think those links have become stronger ever since WWE and TKO teamed up, but for some reason Valkyria says that Conor McGregor's not a superstar, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But very ironic that this no-name bum, this jobber that is holding a belt that pretty much was only invented for the mid-card women to have because they don't mean shit, and she's got a boyfriend that hasn't been good enough to make it to the WWE, yet for some reason she's calling the biggest draw ever in UFC history a guy that doesn't have what it takes to be in WWE.
It's ridiculous, man. I mean, come on. Is this because McGregor's dipped into politics? Probably. You think of Ireland, you think of the UFC, you think of Conor McGregor.
I don't even like Conor McGregor, but he is factually, when you look at statistics and pay-per-view buys, no one comes close. He is head and shoulders the number one draw in UFC history.
If you ask the average American, right, name me someone from Ireland, they're going to say Conor McGregor. I would say that is factual.
Yeah, when you look at Conor, he's got something crazy. Like, if you look at the top 10 highest UFC bought pay-per-views, he's got like 6 or 7 of the top 10 that he headlined. So, like, the guy, I mean, it's pretty... The fact that he's pretty much priced himself out of a return shows you that he is a fucking big deal. This is not a guy that's fighting for peanuts. This is a guy that is demanding millions and millions and millions to return. I'm pretty, Dana White would be desperate to get this guy to return. This guy is obviously a star. He's a good talker as well. I mean, I don't like the guy. I've never been a big fan. I was never on the Conor McGregor hype train, but to come out and say that he doesn't have what it takes to be a WWE superstar, like Lyra Valkyria does?
He's got what it takes more than everybody. Literally.
Yeah, so Lyra Valkyria has just celebrated a year run there on the main roster on WWE Raw. She was doing an interview with the Irish Mirror, and she was talking about Irish people as well, and the amount of Irish wrestlers on Raw. You've got her, Becky Lynch, JD McDonough, Finn Balor, Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior. So you've got a few of them in there. Anyway, this is what Valkyria says. She said, quote, "I just had my 1 year on Raw, May 1st, and I can't believe how much I've managed to do in that time. To go from sitting in NXT box watching WrestleMania last year to tag teaming with Becky 1 year later is insane." End of quote. She then went on to talk about the amount of Irish people, and she says, quote, "The amount of Irish on Raw alone is incredible. It's such a talented bunch to have to come from our country. So I'm really proud to be a part of that." End of quote. And then, because of the whole Irish connection and the links with McGregor, it was brought up to her, like, what does she think of Conor McGregor? And, like, does she think that he would be a good fit in WWE? To which she said no. She just said bluntly, quote, "He doesn't have what it takes." End of quote. That's it. He doesn't have what it takes. Listen, if you want to say he's from a wrestling standpoint, he doesn't. he could learn. I mean, we've seen Logan Paul. No, who would say Logan Paul doesn't have what it takes to become a superstar?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would say that, and you've seen him make the transition very well.
He's already... No, but Conor McGregor's already a superstar. Who gives a fuck about what moves he can do? He's already made it.
He's a legit fucking fighter, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he would bring legitimacy like Brock Lesnar. Now, he's not got the size, and, you know, that would... In terms of like a main event guy, it's like Conor McGregor probably is like too small, but... Like, in terms of his actual ability, like, to say that he doesn't have what it takes is insane.
Yeah, it's just ignorant. It's fucking plain wrong. You know what I mean? though. It's like
also, I mean, Conor McGregor.
Which is the same dumb fuck that would turn around and say her husband who plays Terraria 24/7's got what it takes. He deserves a chance.
Yeah, and plus, you look at the WWE roster, it gets smaller and smaller by the year.
Yep.
See,
losing inches.
So you telling me Conor McGregor? No one could take Conor McGregor seriously against a JD McDonough or a Finn Balor, wee guys like that.
Bring back the brawl for all. And
are you telling me that Conor McGregor just couldn't snap Penta in half like a burrito and eat him?
Of course he could.
Left or right side first. I mean,
in the mush and the Irish stew, fella.
Yeah, I just don't get this. But like you said, maybe it's because McGregor's turned to politics or whatnot, and. I just thought it was
not very popular.
I thought it was strange that, she was doing the interview with Irish Mirror, putting over all the Irish talent, and then when they brought up Conor McGregor possibly coming to WWE, for her to say he doesn't have what it takes, it just makes her seem like either A, a liar, or like B, stupid, because like I just don't see how you could say like one of the biggest drawn sports stars of all time. Like, he has to be up there. Like, see, when you think he's the UFC equivalent of Mayweather, like, isn't he? When you...
Yes.
I mean, him and Mayweather did record numbers as well.
Mm-hmm.
People even knew it wasn't going to be a competitive... Well, people with intelligence knew it wasn't going to be a competitive fight, yet they still bought it at some insane fucking price. So, yeah, I don't know. Just to say this guy... The fame, right, and the following... and the star power that this guy has alone would make him a good fit for WWE.
But see, why couldn't she have attacked him for a legitimate reason? Like, actually, put a bit of thought behind it and went, I don't like him, he's too cocky. Or, but if wrestling, this is 20 years ago, you're right, she could have said something like, he's too small to compete in the main event. But obviously now, there's Diddy men floating about. You know what I mean? If Johnny Gargano and guys like that run about WWE, then fucking course Conor McGregor can compete.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, if you're just going to take Conor McGregor and put him in a ring with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, then...
Jey Uso. Jey Uso's got the height, in fact, but Jey Uso's got no belt, man. He's just got a bunch of tattoos on him. That's it. I know I'd pick in a fight.
McGregor's got tattoos?
I would. It'd fucking colour Jey Uso in a shade of red, fella.
Yeah, so... interesting there, but is what it is. I think Conor McGregor would do well in WWE, and we talk about the ratings, and you talk about YouTube clips. You think Conor McGregor's clips are going to be sitting at 150k after 4 days like Johnny Gargano's?
Of course not. Just a ridiculous.
Anything McGregor's in would be doing millions.
You know what I mean? It's a fake fucking sport at the end of the day. You know what I mean? All that matters is your drawing power. And shit like that. I mean, Hogan, objectively, is a worse wrestler than Dean Malenko, but who gives a fuck?
I don't see how McGregor would not go to WWE and not be the top draw there.
He would be. Fucking hands down.
I just don't see a world where he goes to WWE and he doesn't become, like, the most viewed guy or the most talked about guy or the guy that gets the highest rated quarters and stuff like this. You're talking about The Rock coming back and... Like, he can get like 500,000, $500,000, 700k to tune in to watch his segment. Well, Conor McGregor, I'm sure, could do that.
No, he would. It's Lyra
Valkyria's boyfriend can't do that.
He's a fuck. Well, he's a nobody. She's a nobody, and it's just plain fucking retarded to turn around and say that. What? And Becky Lynch saying as well, like a month ago, that Hulk Hogan's the most fucking the horrible person on the planet as well, evil person on the planet.
How many conversations has she had with Hogan, out of curiosity?
I know.
Like, how much hours has she spent with him? Like, probably the same amount we've spent with him, to be honest. And you know what? People that want to go on the racism thing, man. All the black wrestlers in the past that worked with Hogan said he was nothing but nice to them.
Yep.
So, like,
They're retarded.
the people that actually have like real personal experience with Hogan
No,
don't share this same view that these fans that have never fucking met the guy peddle.
no, I know. But I don't know, man. Just ridiculous takes. These wrestlers don't have a clue about their own business or elsewhere.
No, I mean Hogan said the N word once, and he's supposed to be like the worst person of all time,
He's
and
committed genocide.
all these fucking creeps just 24/7, man, post about Rhea Ripley's ass on Twitter, man, and they're supposed to be great people. I'm a great wrestling fan.
I love wrestling.
I like Mammy on top, like, fuck off, you losers. Anyway, Conor McGregor, WWE would be better if McGregor was in it, and WWE would be better if Lyra Valkyria was at it, so there you go, that's it. Till next time, peace.